Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you may be. Some Star Citizen. Okay, so um, coming in 2 weeks is one of its big events, Invictus, which includes free to fly, and they, sometimes will reveal new ships or at least new concepts for ships. And one of the ships that, oh, excuse me, was previously for sale for, the concept, and we have a version in game already, just the Starlancer Max. We now have the TAC, which I know, one of the main differences is it has a little hangar for a snub fighter, which they've always illustrated with the Fury. And as far as there, plenty of people putting out videos with from PTU or rumors that we were going to be getting it for the upcoming event. Star Citizen itself, RSI put out a video behind the ships for the MISC Starlancer TAC, which means it is coming for sure. So let's go ahead and take a look at this.
The Starlancer TAC is a variant of the Starlancer series. It kind of takes the Starlancer chassis and outfits it with a more offensive loadout. It's got remote turrets on top.
I mean, I do like the way that the Starlancer looks, and I was thinking about possibly getting it, but
back end. You don't have access to every single gun on it. There's only 4 pilot-controlled guns. You'll notice immediately from the exterior that it has these new 2 twin size 5 man turrets.
What makes this MISC is the shape language that was used to make this turret. It replicates the exterior of the ship, which contains round forms, welded forms, and chunky shapes.
MISC as a manufacturer are kind of really proud of their manufacturing and they're not afraid to show it. You kind of see all the compound forms that reveal the underlying structure, where the fuel cells are, but it's a little more refined. Paneling is a lot cleaner. It's not something like a Drake ship where everything's just completely exposed. I really like the MISC look. It's got this sort of darker stealth armor, so it looks really sleek.
Okay.
The guys have done a really great job with the lighting on it. It's got this really mean looking red lighting. It just looks really sick. It does not have a cargo lift, but it still has your cargo bay in the back for 96 SCU and space for holding ground vehicles. And you also have the addition of a hangar up top. There were a lot of requests for a version that could carry a ship, so I'm glad we've managed to figure that out.
It can accommodate 1 Fury, but if you are a good pilot, you can accommodate 2 as well.
What we've done is we've stripped out the Max's separate habitation rooms and replaced those with the hangar.
It's not that much big, but it's compact. It has a landing pad there with really cool small refueling parts.
We've extended the Max's habitation kitchen area to have its own bunk room. On the lower deck, we've replaced the long cargo bridge sort of area with a troop deployment area where some soldiers can jump out of an extending gantry.
Okay.
And between that and the cargo bay is a small medical room.
No other MISC ships has a medical bay, so it was a bit hard at the first to get used to it, like how the design will be. What I feel the people will notice most will be the aesthetic of it. These bright lights and those metal floors. It's a bit high-tech, but it's not very high maintenance.
The engineering and the cockpit are the same as the Max.
And in the cockpit, it's very spacious. It's accommodate pilot, co-pilot. It looks really cool because it's integrated with the bridge.
The turret room is located in the belly of the ship. At first glance, it resembles a shrine to warfare, with all the red lights around the ammunition.
Okay.
And the turret sits on the left and the right. It looks really cool. The animations are really cool, from the hatch closing over the player to the seat rotating and going into the turret, and the guns sliding out in preparation for battle.
The Starlancer would be for like teams of players who really like missions in a large group of like soldiers. As well as like the actual people crewing the ship and the turrets, you've got quite a lot of space for ground pounders with rifles. The cargo bay in the back can be used for like some of the smaller vehicles like the Cyclone. I think it's a really good ship for like just team play.
I mean, and of course, that is the key. I know there are a lot of things they're trying to get the whole uh, emphasis on team player and multi-crew ships. Because I mean, obviously, you have something like that, or of course, uh, the Polaris, which is I'm trying to think. Are there any other capital, subcapital ships in game right now? Hold on. As I think about it, Polaris may be it. Do 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 do. Let me just take a look. Excuse me, y'all. Getting late. Okay, so availability for purchase. Of course, they're going to be the most costly ones. Okay, so yeah, Polaris, because Pioneer's not out. The Holy's not out. Okay, I mean, okay, there's the Hammerhead. Um, I'm not sure quite how they stack up in size. And of course, there's the Carrack. I'm not counting the Hercules, since they're just big transports for the most part. So, okay. Yeah, so crew drop ship. Hmm. So yeah, okay. So besides, because that has a crew, Polaris has a crew of 12, and the next highest looks like the Hammerhead. So yeah, the they're the only current ones that I can think of. Again, as I'm still fairly new to the game, being in comparison to like my brother and my org mates. Um, so yeah, I find it interesting. They're the only ones, but again, I know there are other ships, big ships in concept that maybe people are hoping for a surprise sometime. I doubt here in Invictus, but maybe coming up sooner or later. But anyways, that's my rambling. So yeah, that is my reaction to Star Citizen behind the ships for the mixed Starlancer TAC. Like I said, it looks really cool, and it looks interesting. I mean, I could probably use it for cargo hauling. I mean, more so than my Spirit, which only has I think it's 64 SCU. I think they said it's 90 something on that. If you don't have a vehicle or something. I mean, it's got a med bay and things. So I mean, it's an interesting thought. I will be curious to see how much difference in price there is between the Max and the TAC. Because, yeah, you got that snub fighter thing, but like you said, they've rearranged some things and everything. So I am going to be interested to see what's there, as well as any other new ships or non-ship add-ons, vehicles, armor, whatnot. So, anyways, as always, feel free to share, subscribe. Hopefully, give me a like if you like my content. Those of you who have subscribed, thank you very much. Hit the notification button so you know when I drop something new. And feel free to leave a comment below. Let me know what you think of my reaction, the video itself, behind the ship's Miss Starlancer TAC. And as always, thanks for watching. Peace.